How is everyone? Thank you for watching this video and welcome to the Inspirational Pen channel. Before we continue, for those of you who want to improve yourself to become a better version, please press the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Because if you subscribe or fully support this channel, you will get important knowledge about learning, motivation, inspiration, education, and other important knowledge that you may not know yet. So support this channel so that you can get the best version of yourself in life, which will come next. No need to wait any longer. Let's start the video. Have you ever been in a conversation or situation where suddenly the people around you look at you with an expression of, "What is this person doing?" Or even quietly start laughing? It could be that you've unintentionally done something that makes you look, well, a bit foolish. So before you keep embarrassing yourself, let's talk about 10 habits you should avoid to stop looking clueless. Number 1, acting like you know everything but have no facts. We've all met that person who seems to know everything. Whatever the topic, they always have an answer. But when you check, it turns out what they're saying is just made up with no solid facts. People like this don't look smart. They just become the punchline of jokes for getting things wrong, but still sticking to their guns. For example, during a casual conversation, someone says, "Hey, did you know that humans only use 10% of their brains?" Then with full confidence they add, "That's why some people can do telekinesis, because they activate the unused parts of their brain." Sounds cool, right? But the problem is, that's just a myth. Scientists have proven that every part of the human brain is active, just at different levels, depending on what you're doing. Even worse is when they act like they know better than the experts in the field. Imagine debating history with a historian or discussing space conspiracies with an astrophysicist, only to find out everything you said was wrong. That's pretty embarrassing, right? So instead of acting like you know everything and getting humiliated, it's better to say, "I'm not sure about that, but I'll look it up. That sounds interesting." It's a lot more graceful than just spouting off things that are wrong. Number 2, laughing too much at the wrong time. Laughing is great. It can definitely make the atmosphere more lively. But if you laugh at the wrong time or place, it can make you seem out of touch or even rude. Imagine you're at a funeral, everyone's in a somber mood, and suddenly you burst out laughing because of something funny you remembered. Or you're in class and the teacher's explaining something seriously, but you start giggling because you found a meme on your phone. To others, that doesn't just seem inappropriate, it shows that you're not reading the room. People start thinking, does this person even understand what's going on? And if this keeps happening, they may feel uncomfortable being around you. The solution? Try to be more aware of your surroundings. If you're in a serious setting, hold off on that laugh. If you want to share something funny, make sure the timing is right. Laughing is great, but in the wrong place, it could lead to embarrassment. Number 3, using too much profanity. Some people think using curse words makes them sound cooler, more expressive, or even more badass. But in reality, if you use bad language too often, people around you may start getting tired of hearing it. Imagine you're talking to someone, and every other word is a curse. At first it might seem normal, but after a while, it gets exhausting. And if you're doing this in places where it's inappropriate, like at work or around your parents, it could make you seem disrespectful. This doesn't mean you have to talk like you're giving a formal speech, but if you can tone down the swearing, it shows you have better self-control. So if you want to earn respect, try reducing this habit. Number 4, showing off too much. Who doesn't love having something new or achieving something great? It's totally natural. But if every time you buy something or achieve something, you feel the need to show it off to everyone, it can get a bit much. For example, let's say you buy a new phone. Every day you post a story like, "Check out my new phone, the camera's amazing." The next day, "This phone is totally worth it." And the day after that, "I can't believe I was able to afford this phone." At first your friends might congratulate you, but after a while they'll start thinking, "Yeah, we know, you don't need to post about it every day." Showing off occasionally is fine, but too much of it can make it seem like you're just seeking validation from others. The truly cool people don't need to show off. They get respected for their actual qualities. Number 5, interrupting others. We all have things we want to share, But if you're always interrupting others, it shows that you're impatient or don't care about what they're saying. Imagine you're telling a story, and just as you're about to finish, your friend cuts in with, "Oh, I've been through that too, but it was even worse." It's pretty frustrating, right? Offering your opinion is fine, but make sure the other person has finished first. Listening attentively shows respect and makes people more likely to enjoy your company. People who can listen well are generally more respected. Number 6, constantly using your phone while talking. This is a habit many of us do without thinking. You meet up with someone, but instead of engaging in the conversation, you're glued to your phone. It seems like you're more interested in the digital world than the person in front of you. For instance, you're catching up with an old friend, and you're telling them about your experiences, but they're busy scrolling through Instagram or chatting with someone else. They occasionally say, yeah, that's cool," but it's clear they're not really listening. Not only does this make the other person feel ignored, but it also shows that you don't value their presence. If something urgent comes up on your phone, it's polite to let them know, like, "Hey, let me quickly reply to this important message." But if you're just scrolling for no reason, put your phone down. Real conversations are way more valuable than what's trending on your timeline. Number 7, talking too loudly in public. Having a good conversation is great, especially when it's lively and full of laughter. But if you're speaking too loudly in public, it can make others feel uncomfortable. Imagine you're in a restaurant or on public transport, and there's a group talking so loudly that everyone around can hear their conversation. People probably won't say anything, but they're definitely annoyed. Talking is an art. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. If you're too loud in public, it doesn't make you look cool. It just makes you annoying. Number 8, not accepting criticism. Who likes to be criticized? Almost no one. But if every time someone gives you feedback, you get defensive or angry, it shows you don't want to grow. For example, you're at work, and your boss suggests, "Maybe you should try doing this in a more organized way. It'll improve your results." But you immediately snap, "This is how I work. Don't try to change me." The thing is, criticism can help you improve. Not all feedback is negative. Some of it is constructive. And if you can take it graciously, you'll grow faster than those who always think they're right. Number 9, complaining all the time. Complaining and venting are different. It's normal to have things you need to talk about, but if every time you meet up, all you do is complain about your life, work, family, the weather, and everything else, people are going to get tired of it. For instance, a friend posts every day, "Why is my life so miserable?" The next day, "People are so mean to me, no one understands." And the day after that, "Work is stressing me out, I want to quit." A couple of times people will sympathize, but after a while they'll start avoiding you. Not because they're mean, but because they have their own problems too. Instead of complaining, try finding solutions or facing your issues with a positive attitude. Finally, number 10, not learning from your mistakes. The real foolishness isn't when we make mistakes, but when we don't learn from them and keep repeating the same ones. For example, there's someone who's always late to events or meetings. Every time they say, "Sorry, I overslept." Okay, maybe once or twice it's forgivable, but if it keeps happening, it's not just forgetfulness, it's a refusal to change. Or someone who constantly messes up their finances. Every month they run out of money before payday, but still spend recklessly on things they don't need. And yet they keep complaining, "I don't know why I'm always broke." Learning from mistakes means we grow. If we don't reflect and make changes, we stay stuck and keep repeating the same patterns. Ultimately, we'll miss out on the chance to become better versions of ourselves. Now, out of these 10 habits, are there any you still do often? If so, don't panic. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is being aware of them and being willing to change. If you start improving these habits, you'll definitely become someone who's more respected, liked, and certainly won't be seen as clueless by others. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, share it with friends who might need it, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more interesting content. See you in the next video.